6th of April 2022. You don't often see horses grazing here. This is between Easterord and West Hill. Car coming. Cut the video short. It's worth noting that there's a "Thank you for driving carefully" sign at the end of Bailey's, well, at the end of Bealdside, leading uphill through the forest along Bailey's Wells Road. This is the edge of Bealdside. You really need to drive carefully through the forest, uphill Bailey's Wells Road to Foggyton, Forestry Commission site. Let's just watch the speed of the traffic. A red sports car. Fast cars go along Bailey's Wells Road, through the forest, the trees. And it's uphill. It's a challenging cycle. When you're on country roads, it's always best to walk towards oncoming traffic. Be visible in fluorescent clothing. This is general safety advice. Safety advice for survival on Scottish roads, Scottish country roads, in the heart of Aberdeen City Council. Or Aberdeen, in the heart of Aberdeen, but it is Aberdeen City Council that is responsible for this road, Bailey's Wells Road. The birds are singing at the edge of Bealdside. Even the sun is trying to come out on the 6th of April 2022. It's not cold, it's warm. But then I've been on my bike. There's water around today, water on the road surface. It's wet. 6th of April 2022, and this comes after there was snow in West Hill on the 5th of April 2022. Spring snow. After snow, there's usually flooding. This is Bealdside on the 6th of April 2022 at Springdale Road. And this is just off Bailey's Wells Road. Bailey's Wells Road. And this is where the road veers uphill into the countryside, through trees, through a forest. It leads to Foggyton, which is a Forestry Commission site. And it leads up to Blacktop, the road between Cults, Countess Wells and Easterord, via Blacktop and West Hill also. This is from the road, this is off the road from the Carney roundabout to Petercooter. Coming from the Carney roundabout, you take a left, the first road after North Last's Quarry. You go up close and personal with a windmill, a wind turbine. This is a decent road. It's in Aberdeen City, or within the boundary of Aberdeen City Council. There's some sort of pond here. It looks like a pond, but the water looks frozen. Is it a tarred surface? No, I'm sure it's a pond. The water looks completely still. It's a shiny surface. It could be a tarred surface, but I think it's a pond. And here comes the rain. Big dark cloud caught out in a shower of rain. I didn't see it coming. I'll just have to get wet. Brace the elements. It can be tough when you embrace active travel. You've got to embrace everything that Mother Nature throws at you. But usually in Scotland, certainly the past 2 years, in 2021 and 2020, thunder and lightning came in August. This is the 6th of April 2022. Thunder and lightning came around the same time, in August, in 2020 and 2021. When you note dates, you observe patterns in the weather, patterns in the climate. I don't like this, but it's best to keep moving when you're faced with wind and rain. It's pouring now. Fortunately, video cameras can record when it's raining. When you protect phones with screens, and when you protect phones and screens with screen protectors and cases, durable cases, is what makes technology durable in extreme conditions. The traffic is going much faster now without hazards. In Aberdeen City Council, look at the speed of that car. Maniacs. That's what happens when you get a clear road. I've done a good deed here. Me on my bike, putting the bin, which there was a glass bottle of what looked like wine. There was a glass bottle of what looked like wine on the road. And that's a hazard. I put it in the bin, but this bin is not for glass bottles. It's here, look. I put it in the bin, out the way. But this bin is not for glass. It's for waste. But I don't know why there's a bin in the middle of Aberdeen City countryside. Who owns it? Why is it here? I mean, the traffic's going much faster now there's not a hazard in the road. And look, there's the sign, welcome to Aberdeenshire. This is the road to Peter Cooter, from the Carney roundabout to Peter Cooter, on the 6th of April 2022, the day after all the snow has melted. There was snow in West Hill. Hazards on the road. How did the bin get here? This is what hooligans are doing. This is what I've encountered today anyway. In Aberdeen City, not the Shire. Let's just be clear about that, because look, there's the sign. Welcome to Aberdeenshire. It's the boundary, but it's still Aberdeen City. And we're at the bridge, the narrow bridge where there's a waste bin. This is dangerous, downright dangerous. And just watch the speed of traffic. The bin is in Aberdeen City, on the road to Petercuta. A bin that has fallen over. I should really move it. The cars are avoiding it. Obstacles in the road, a hazard. Hazard in Aberdeen City. Burnland View, West Hill. The area of Carney, where front gardens are small. People in this area don't do gardens or gardening. This is the modern way of life in the northeast of Scotland. On the 6th of May 2022. Look, double garages for cars. The oil-driven way of life. Small gardens. No thought of horticulture here. In West Hill, it's disabled people that are working at Fox Lane Garden Centre. Not the ordinary working class people of West Hill. First of April 2022. This is no April Fool's joke. It looks like somebody in their electric wheelchair has run out of battery at King's Wells. This is King's Wells, just along from the 4 Mile restaurant. Take a closer look at this electric wheelchair. It's got a lever to move it. This is an electric wheelchair. What's underneath it? It's sophisticated cables and electrics.
Excuse me.
Yes?
There's nothing to worry about. It's this guy's. It's nothing to worry about. The guy lives here.
Nothing to worry about. Why is there an abandoned wheelchair in the middle of the road?
Pardon?
Why is there an abandoned wheelchair?
Because he needs to take the train up to get to the car.
In the middle of the road?
It's not in the middle.
I can't see you. Oh, you're out a window.
That's what you're doing there.
1st of April 2022. Notice all the young trees growing. In front of the Kingsford practice pitches. It's noisy by the roadside. Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. This is spring. Snowing in spring. The clocks went forward on the 27th, Sunday. Let's just be clear. And it's snowing today, but there was a slight covering of what looked like frost this morning, but it might have been snow. It's difficult to determine frost from snow. Forecast was snow yesterday evening, with snow today, but there's nothing to speak of. Although it's snowing just now, and every snowflake is unique, but it's not lying. I don't think the snow this time in late March is going to cause any havoc. Unless more falls overnight, enough to create work for snowplows and make the gritters come out. th of March 2022. Wednesday. Horses graze in a blizzard of snow. And it's cold today, cold in the hands. Gloves also tend not to keep hands warm. Down on a working farm. That's the A944, and just up a bit is the Kirkton of Skene. This is the road that runs from the Kirkton of Skene to the east side of Garlogie, the side nearest Aberdeen. This is not the road that runs from Skene School to Garlogie, past the Loch of Skene. No loch visible here. Cows and a farm. Speed limit 50 miles per hour. Be too dangerous to do 50 approaching that junction. So what road's 50? Is it the one into the village of the Kirkton of Skene? I don't think it's the A944. It's 60, running from Westhill to Afford. So what road's 50? Sign placement. Interpreting signs. Taking the time to understand. I don't think it was very wise placing the signs there. No loch here. No Loch of Skene. It's further west, near Skene School. That road north goes to the Kirkton of Skene, and the speed limit's 50. Too fast, I think, approaching the village. You can see a gradient of a hill that I've just come up. E-bikes make going uphill easier, and also you're better with if you want a bicycle basket, you're better with a wicker basket with straps, because they're more likely to stay on your bike compared to the metal ones Halford sell, which metal baskets are twice the price, but they keep coming off. I mean, education's important. You need to pass on wisdom to children so they don't make your mistakes. Don't buy metal baskets. They're not only more expensive, but they keep coming off. This is the trouble with screws. You're better with straps. Straps you can tie to your handlebars. Wicker baskets, it makes it more durable, long lasting, and it enables you to travel further on bikes. Take a bottle of water with you. Take possessions. If I zoom in, you can see someone walking. That's the path they're on, that runs to the Loch of Skene, through the Denecht estate. This is the wood of the Denecht estate. Further down, there's Garlogie wood, near Garlogie. But where they meet, I'm not entirely certain. Places have names, but there's also boundaries. To mark a boundary, you need signs to welcome people, tell people where they are on the ground. Mobile technology might be useful, but so are signs. Road signs help cars navigate, because you're not allowed to use a mobile phone while driving. It's for safety. Look at this dry stone dyke in the middle of the Aberdeenshire countryside, between Garlogie and the Kirkton of Skene. Where does the Denecht estate start and stop, and where does it become Garlogie Wood? Garlogie Wood, the damage there is being cleared, but I don't think this is Garlogie Wood. I mean, this is Saturday. the day before the clocks go forward in springtime in 2022. So it's towards the end of March. I mean, you don't need to be specific with dates. The sun and time saving can establish time. This is over there, behind the trees, is Garlogie Dam, nestled behind the trees. This is the road to Garlogie from Skene School. It runs past the Loch of Skene, and there are roads off here that run round the Loch of Skene. A safe cycling route until you reach the A944 near Dunecht, and that road is busy, no cycle lane. Aberdeen to Afford. Dangerous road, that one. Deaths have happened, but it's quiet here on the road from Skene School to Garlogie. But traffic can go quite fast along it. You need to keep in to the side. When cars come, keep in. Very much so. You need to think safety. Think about yourself. Doctors can detain patients that are at risk to themselves and others. Cycling is not risk-free. So you need to think safety. You need to think fluorescent jackets, be seen, cycle helmets, in case you fall off in collision with a lorry, a bus or a car. Although if you keep in at the side of the road, you minimise risk of collisions. But yet, I see some cyclists as cycle in the middle of the road. That is careless and reckless and putting your life at risk. I don't do that, for the record. I keep in, always on the side of caution, but events are unpredictable. Some drivers can really go like maniacs. You can see the birds at the top of the trees and flying into the trees. And this is Carney Woods. Carney Woods was devastated in recent winter storms. This is the 25th of March 2022, after several storms. Storm Arwen. Was there Storm Dudley? That was one of them. Storm Arwen was the most devastating, but there was Storm Corgi, which was quite bad. Cars can really fly along this road from Mason Lodge to the Carney roundabout. And the road is not flat. You go uphill and then you go down. It's nice going down. This is West Hill, overlooking West Hill from Carney Woods. This is the road between Easterord and Westerord on the 25th of March 2022. Speak loud and clear. Noisy vehicle in the distance, possibly a motorbike. motorbikes do make a great deal of noise. It certainly sounded like a motorbike. A motorbike whizzing along. It must have been going on the road between Peter Cooter and the Carney roundabout, because this is where I am, in the middle of the countryside, the quiet countryside, a quiet road. "25th of March 2022. Now in 2 days' time, on Sunday, the clocks will go forward. So more daylight in the evening. So this seems to be the time of year when the farmers come out and spread the fields. Yesterday the fields were being ploughed by the Kirkton of Skene and the Loch of Skene. Today, on the 25th of March, Friday, a farmer is spraying something. It's not clear what he's spraying. The Loch of Skene. And Skene Castle in the distance on the other side of the loch in March 2022. The birds are singing. This is a quiet, tranquil spot. When the farmer ploughs the field, the seagulls all come out. All the seagulls come out. They see a feast. Ploughing the land, looking after the land, agriculture, provides food for birds, seagulls. Birds fly, but they also need food. They come down to the ground, they swoop down for food. And farmers nourish the land for food for seagulls. This is March 2022. Spring is approaching. And the clocks go forward on Sunday. They go an hour forward. This is Thursday. Just watch the birds, the seagulls fly away. Fly away. But they're in this brownfield site. Lots of them today. Seagulls flying. And what's going on here?